Welcome back to the TWU Local 591 podcast. My name is Gary Scheitel, your local president. This is our weekly membership video update podcast. Joining me today is your vice president, Brian Coyne. All right, so we'll get right into it as we always do with the peer support EAP and benefits update. Our peer support coordinators wanted to remind the reps and also all of our members that there have been a lot of personal losses, both our work families and also our home families. Add to that the charged political atmosphere and the world issues today. Things can seem overwhelming. The Local 591 peer support team is always available, not just for our members, but for their families to help navigate the challenges, bereavements, and other challenging life issues. So it's a good reminder. And also for all of our members, whether you're new or you're close to retirement, it's never too soon or too late to start planning for retirement. Please read our retirement planning checklist that's on our website. Moving on, we received a few questions about payroll direct deposit payment on some members' paychecks. It says Empire. These are voluntary benefits that members chose from a company called NGP. These benefits and payments are not related to our current Local 591 Hub EFP voluntary benefit programs. If you're paying for those benefits and need to file a claim or cancel the policy, please contact National Group Protection, who's actually the IAM's benefits company, is 800-344-9016. So that's 800-344-9016, and it's www.ngp-ins.com. So if you still have any questions, please contact one of our Local 591 peer support or our benefits coordinator, Tony Lepore, and they will definitely be able to help you on that. Brian?
Okay, ASAP and compliance. Heads up, the readiness checks have been updated, so those checks now have tire pressure and depth gauge measurement requirements and references to the applicable GPM section. The measurements and inspections called out on these updates, readiness checks, and any other check for that matter, is required. They are required for the proper gauges and special toolings and accomplish that work called for 100% in accordance with GPM manuals. Safety. As of March 15th, there have been 424 tech ops reported injuries. That's about 5.5 tech ops injuries each day for 2026 for the TWU members alone. TWAMTs 199, TWMLS 69, GSE 18, Facility 77, TWU Utility 6. New lightweight chalks. The company has newer lightweight chalks, either neon yellow or neon light green, and they are not for tech ops use. The company has only approved these for terminal gates for the company calls normal parking. If you see them in a tech ops hangar ramp, remote pad, replace them immediately with standard chalks. SOF, smoke odor fume, special tool for sensing, sniffing the air. AMTE board member Mark Erler is continuing to get updates on when these tools might pass all necessary customs and regulatory hurdles and begin testing with our engineers. We do know that the testers are in the country, so stay tuned. Lightning detection. The company uses Viasat and the interface is changed to AVMAP. There will be training coming, accessing, and using the new interface. We're still working on stations that have not yet installed the hardware. More to come on that. We at Local 591 want everyone to come to work safe, be safe at work, and also get home to their families and loved ones safely. Grievance update. The Article 19 Alpha arbitration briefs were submitted to the arbitrator by the company and union attorneys on Monday, March 16th. The arbitration panel is made up of a 3-person arbitration panel. This includes the neutral arbitrator, the company panelist, and the union panelist in this case, TWU Locals 591 Administrative Executive Board member Russ Dittmer. The next step is for this arbitrator to review the briefs, and depending on the preferences of the arbitrator, one of the 2 typical steps must come next. Normally, the arbitrator will either produce a draft decision and then convene the panel to hear a debate on the details and merits within the initial decision, or the reverse. Convene the panel to hear debate the merits on the presented case and then produce the decision. There is no set time frame for this process. It often depends on the complexity of the case and the arbitrator's schedule. A good rough estimate is typically between 4 to 8 weeks for this process to be completed. Also, myself and some of the board members, President Scheibel, E-Board member Russ Dittmer, John Banke, Mark Erler, Chris Horvath, Brian Freeman, have been working on a rewrite of Local 591 grievance policy and checklist. We hope to have the final draft accomplished in the next few weeks. Elections update. There's an open MLS Stewart nomination process in DFW for the CFC building and for a LaGuardia LGA AMT shop steward position. There is a vote right now in Miami MLS for their preference on how work assignments are handled for those on full shift overtime. The Austin Station Chair election closed this week. Congratulations to Brian Battaglia. Field trip update. Executive Board member Chris Horvath reported that he tracked, for the week of March 20th, 34 line field trips and 7 base field trips. Chris also reported there were hotels that are charging members on a field trip. Chris contacted the hotel desk, and these charges have been resolved. If you have this happen to you, contact Chris to assist in resolving until the system can get fixed. The Article 6K settlement payments have been posted to the paychecks for those awarded this week. Emails was sent out by Chris to each member who received the Article 6K settlement payments. Membership meetings. Great membership meeting, great turnout, great questions, and great discussions at the Southwest Region and DFW on Wednesday, March 18th. Some of the board also had the opportunity to visit DFW D Terminal Night Shift as well as the DFW MLS CFC building for days and afternoons this week. In both visits, we had fantastic participation, great questions, and really appreciate the honesty and the valuable insights, and we hope to continue having these kinds of less formal discussions throughout the system moving forward. Several on the board will be traveling to Raleigh-Durham, Philly, and Washington, D.C. stations for station visits this week of March 23rd. Details of when are posted on the website. Times will fluctuate based upon flights and or escort requirements. Seniority Protest. Administrative Executive Board member Russ Dittmer will be working with Local 567, the IAM, and the company labor relations in the week of March 23rd. He will be working on obtaining answers to any outstanding seniority protests and making sure they are sent out to the members who submitted protests that have not been answered yet.
All right, thanks. So let me continue along with our favorite subject of LMO and my stats. Remember, the iPads assigned to you, not a gift. They are not yours. Those iPads are company property, and they are being used to track everything you do on them, both work and non-work related, and in addition, everywhere you go. So best way to protect yourself, keep the tablet at work at all times. Never bring it home or off the field. And remember always that those tablets have microphones and cameras on both sides. Also with the new company programs, LMO updates, my stats, manuals, etc. If you have any issues or problems with the problems with it, the company does have an IT department dedicated tech ops. Call them. If you see an error message or have a glitch occurring, use the screenshot function to capture an image of what is happening, and you can send that screenshot to the IT department if they need them. So remember also, finally, take credit for the work you do as the company BS Planner tracks everything. Brian?
I just wanted to give a special thank you to Pittsburgh TWU Local 591 Stewart Chris Yeager for his response for an association member that had a medical emergency, and his actions made a huge difference in the member's life. So bravo to Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
In closing, we at Local 591 have a Facebook page and a YouTube page. Please subscribe to them to get updates and notifications when new info is posted. As always, any thoughts, issues, or suggestions for future podcasts, please send them to info@local591.com.
And that's our podcast. So thanks for watching and hope you have a great week, and please be safe.